Good day everyone, and welcome back to DX Explorer for another video. In today's video we have a review. Is the thermal camera from KAIWEETS. This particular model is KTI-W01. I'm really excited about this one. So without waiting, let's get at the desk, have a closer look at the camera. Why would you need one and how you can use it into the amateur radio hobby, especially if you're into building homebrew radios, transceivers, transmitters, and especially RF amplifiers, or even audio amplifiers if you're into that. Usually I skip the unpacking part just because I'm trying to keep the video shorter, but this camera comes really nicely packed. It comes in this really tough cardboard box. Then we have this envelope which contains the user's manual, which I would recommend you to read it, a multi-language user's manual. I'm gonna put this aside. Then over here in the back side we have another little box which contains the USB charger and the cable, and of course the camera itself, with which comes in a really nicely made protective case, of course as usual from the KAIWEETS product. So let's open it up really quick. What I like about this case, it has this space over here that you can store your USB cable, and probably somewhere over here you can place your USB charger, and you have your camera ready to go portable anywhere you need it. But anyway, this is the camera itself. We can take it out. The case has this nice molded shape which keeps the camera secure, and I like that. But right now we're not talking about the case, we're talking about the camera. So let's turn it on really quick, have a closer look, and see a couple of details. So here we have a closer look at the camera. It's really nice and simple here on the back, just a couple of buttons. It's very intuitive, simple and easy to use. We have the power on and off button, a menu button, enter, return, and a couple of arrows that will help us navigate through the settings and also through the menu of the camera. I'm going to hold down the power button for a little bit and the camera will start to boot up, and of course you can tell it has a really big display with a great resolution of 256 by 192 pixels. The temperature range of the camera, by the way, is between -20 degrees Celsius up to +550, or if you're in US, that's between -4 Fahrenheit up to +1022. If we turn the camera this way, we have this shutter button over here. If you click once, very short, it will ask you if you want to store the photo that you just took, or if you hold it pressed a little bit longer, then it will ask you if you want to start recording a video. Then of course another nice feature is this protective lens cap over here. I find this very useful. It's nice to protect your lens, and we have these two separate lenses. One is the thermal camera and the other one is the regular camera. So before we dive into the settings of the camera, let's do a quick test on the TrueSDX. I'm going to try to hide my fingers from the camera so it won't detect the maximum temperature of my fingers. And I'm going to start transmitting, and let's see if you're able to see the transistors heating up. There you go. You see them very well. It's about 26-27 degrees Celsius. I'm transmitting with 500 milliwatts in a dummy load. Now this test is more practical than the one with the TrueSDX, just because over here I have the 700 milliwatts minimalist transmitter, and I know for a fact that by design this transistor should overheat a little bit, especially if I keep the key down, just because we're trying to get the maximum output power that this transistor is capable of, and we're somehow forcing the transistor a lot. The reason why I keep saying into the blog article regarding this transmitter not to keep the key down continuously for a too long time, just because you will end up burning the transistor. So let's put the camera on this one, start transmitting, and we'll see the result. We'll see how hot this transistor can get. So I've been playing with the transmitter, and right now the transistor is cooling down. It's somewhere around 37 degrees, 35. Now it detects my finger at 34.9 degrees. I'm going to start transmitting and you'll see this transistor overheating really quick. That's the reason why I keep saying in the blog article, do not transmit for a long period of time, because you'll end up burning the transistor. It's already at 60 degrees, I see. Yeah, 70 degrees. I'm going to stop here before I burn it. But yeah, that's a way to see the efficiency of the camera and how useful it can be in electronic projects. But anyway, let's dive a little bit more into the menu of the camera, and we'll talk more about some other details and some other possibilities where you can use this thermal camera. But anyway, let's go through the menu system really quick. So if I click on the menu, I can go to the image correction settings. So basically I'm adjusting the parallax between the two cameras, the thermal camera and the regular camera. And here I can browse to the photos that I took, the videos. Here you have a setting for the color palette and some other settings over here, and more settings. And if you click enter here, there's another menu opening up. You have auto shutdown, which by the way, I have to change this one to no, because the camera will turn on and I don't want that, turn off, sorry. You can also change the brightness, the language, the temperature unit, temperature range, time format. You can set the time. You can work on the spot, I guess is the thing fixed on the center. We'll go back. And the version. I think this is the spot over here, the one that's showing in the center. So yeah, it's really nice, and I think it's a really good thing to have in the lab if you're into building homebrew radio equipment, especially if you're into building power RF amplifiers. And that's because the PA transistors are heating up pretty much. You need good heat sinks, and if you want to see the temperature flow in the heatsink, and you should know if you need more ventilation, if you need a bigger heatsink, you can check the temperature the transistors are working at, because some of the transistors, if they are heating up too much, then they're going to start losing performance and so on. Or if you add a ventilator to a heatsink to cool down the amplifier, then you'll see if that ventilator is efficient or not, if you need a bigger vent and so on. So yeah, I think it's very useful for the hobby. Again, if you're into building homebrew amateur radio equipment. But I think this camera is also great for constructions. So you can use this thermal camera to check the insulation of the house that you just finished building and how efficient it is. Or maybe you want to check some new windows that you just finished installing. You can tell the manufacturer if they were right or wrong about the qualities and the properties of the window that they just sold you. And you have a proof. If they're not, you can go back to them and ask for your money back, and you can purchase new windows from somebody you can trust. So anyway, yeah, it's a useful thermal camera in more fields, not just the amateur radio hobby. But of course, this is the part that I'm interested in, building homebrew radio equipment. And of course, as you can guess, I will start measuring everything possible that I built so far until now. But yeah, if you want to purchase the camera, I will leave a link in the video description down below. And if you purchase any of the KAIWEETS products from the KAIWEETS website, don't forget, use the code DX15 and you get 15% off in any purchase that you make of any of the products. So yeah, thank you KAIWEETS for the camera one more time. I'm really happy about it. I started to make a little collection of equipment from KAIWEETS, and I'm really happy about it. That's actually the only reason why I'm making reviews for the products from KAIWEETS. I have this ES20 electric screwdriver at this point. I'm using this one every day. Here on the desk I have the KAIWEETS Smart Digital Multimeter KM601S. I'm using this one every day as well. I have the KM602. This is a little smaller and I'm using it for portable stuff. I had HT118A, but I gave that one to my sister and my brother-in-law because they didn't have a multimeter and they needed one, and of course I couldn't be selfish because I have two already, so I made them a present. I have this USB powered soldering iron. This is the KTI-W01, and I like this one very much as well. And I have one more thing on my wish list that I'm probably going to purchase very soon from the KAIWEETS website, because that one, it will be the ultimate tool that I would like to have here on the desk to have my my lab, electronics lab, almost completed with the equipment that I need to properly check the equipment that I'm building. So yeah, thank you for watching. Again, great tool, great to have. I guess I will see you in the next video. Until then, 73 from Yankee Oscar 6 Delta X-Ray Echo, and have a magical rest of the week.